Welcome to the second episode of The Entrepreneur 2013. I'm your host, Otelli Edwards. From automobile to paper recycling to construction industry, the three entrepreneurs that we will meet today are proof that success is not handed to you on a silver platter. To build a legacy requires much sacrifice, hard work, and an enduring vision. But more on their entrepreneurial stories later. Before we get to that, here's a look at the last 25 years of the Entrepreneur of the Year Award. Initiated in 1989 by Mr. Stanley Low of the Rotary Club to encourage the development and growth of entrepreneurship in Singapore, the award started out as the Small-Scale Businessman of the Year. In 1992, ASME joined hands with the Rotary Club of Singapore and rebranded the award as the Entrepreneur of the Year. A new trophy was introduced in 2006 to reflect the changing landscape of entrepreneurship. The green seedlings represent new life and a symbol of growth as one sprout forth and inches towards new goals and achievements. 2007 saw the establishment of subcategory awards to honor entrepreneurs who have excelled in different aspects of entrepreneurship. The next year saw the award celebrate its 20th anniversary with a landmark of 17 winners. Changes were also made to the qualifying criteria to encourage entrepreneurs of the next generation to join the award, recognizing that sustaining a business is just as important as building one. This year, a new category was introduced. The Young Entrepreneur category recognizes budding entrepreneurs who have excelled in growing their startups. As the modern entrepreneur has to be multifaceted and all-rounded, more subcategory awards were added in recognition of this. A quarter of a century on, the Entrepreneur of the Year Award is still going strong. A long, illustrious list of past winners bears testimony to the award's contribution to Singapore's SME landscape. As a co-organizer of the Entrepreneur of the Year Award, the Association of Small and Medium Enterprises, or ASME, is a quintessential resource center for SMEs. As a champion of a pro-enterprise Singapore, ASME facilitates member SMEs who wish to broaden their business knowledge and seek new opportunities. Since its formation in 1930, EYA's co-organizer, the Rotary Club of Singapore, has remained active and dedicated to the principles and ideals of Rotary. Its motto, Service Above Self, is echoed in its humanitarian services in Singapore and around the world. Main sponsor OCBC Bank was ranked by Bloomberg Markets as the world's strongest bank in 2011 and 2012. This is the 12th consecutive year that the bank has been the main sponsor of the Entrepreneur of the Year Award, making more than a decade of championing entrepreneurship and helping SMEs achieve their aspirations. Infocom's partner StarHub is the choice info communication service provider for businesses and government in Singapore, where technology and partnerships come together to help take you forward. Official cognac of EYA, Martell is synonymous with the spirit of entrepreneurship. Built on the vision and passion of Jean Martel, today the same entrepreneurial spirit continues to define the House of Martel. Relentlessly pushing the boundaries of design, technology, craftsmanship, and customer care, innovation partner Lexus has harnessed advanced automotive technologies to provide the ultimate driving experience. The road to success might be tough, but it still starts with a single step.
I came from a poor family of 5 siblings. My mother, widowed at the age of 26. I fully respect and honor my mother, who had carried the burdens of bringing up 6 children amid 4 jobs.
Strength is drawn from adversity, and perseverance from an innate belief in your own ability.
Back in 1991, when I suffered a big losses during the Gulf War, not only I lost most of my saving, I also lost my business confidence and had to temporarily stop the operations of the pre-owned car business. At that downtime, my mother and I rented a coffee shop store to sell vegetarian food. But one day, I want to resume my pre-owned car trading. I remember at that time I was just 26 years old. Still having lots of energy, if I can learn from my past mistake, I strongly believe I could make it.
Lessons learned from a hard life proved invaluable, and Mr. Lim was determined to make sure his second bite of the cherry was more successful than his first.
By nature, I'm the type of person who will adapt to changes easily and practice flexibility in my business strategy. I close down those businesses which are badly affected by the market and focus on those hefty potential. When I restart the pre-owned car trading business, I changed my company names from Dixon Service Enterprise to Dixon Auto Agency. DAA signified discipline, attitude, and aggressive. Based on these three words, I am able to tie through all the tough times and start to achieve success in this business.
Emerging from those tough times intact, the next stage beckoned for Dixon Auto Group.
In 2002, I set up Dixon Automobile to sell barrel import car from Japan. At the same time, I also set up Dixon Car Exports to export used car. I decided not to pursue these two businesses because at that time, the market is very saturated. A year later, I acquired Auto Mega Trading to sell brand new Nissan vehicles. Although I have been awarded the best dealers for the past 4 years, I decided not to continue because at that time, we are all facing a global financial recession. In 2006, we moved into mortgage and hire purchase loan. At the same time, we also set up Dixon Home to take good opportunity on the property market. Now, I have consolidated all my business under one roof, focusing on used car trading and vehicle financing services.
A willingness to learn and roll with the punches that life throws you is an invaluable asset for any entrepreneur.
I attribute the success to three words. First is the speed, power, and flexibility. Knowledge is potential power. I always update car market movements and current affair happenings in the world to the sales team. So the sales consultants are better equipped with sufficient knowledge for value-based selling to the customers. We also practice flexibility to meet customer requirements to close sales. This gives us an edge above our bigger competitors.
After the break, meet our next entrepreneur who did not let her gender deter her from achieving success in a male-dominated industry. Welcome back to the Entrepreneur 2013. Connections are important in businesses, as are building relationships with clients and customers. The speed with which you respond to a customer or changing market conditions allows you to stay ahead of the game. It's something our next entrepreneur has done well. But before we get to her story, here's a look at the award's Infocom's partner, StarHub. Infocom's partner StarHub has capabilities to design, build, operate networks, provide network integration services as well as cloud solutions. Its enterprise business group collaborates with businesses to focus on things that matters most, providing them with the support needed to maximize their business returns.
Through this partnership, we have built a strong connection with the SMB community that allow us to gain valuable insights into their business and to create solutions that are relevant to their requirements. At the same time, this is also an excellent platform to share and showcase how SMB can leverage technology to gain a competitive advantage. In a connected world, technology helps to level the playing field between the SMBs and the larger enterprise. We hope to see more entrepreneurs adopt the use of technology to create a scalable and productive business model. Ultimately, the application of technology is imperative for all business. The critical success factors lies in the speed of adoption.
Succession planning in business is not easy to get right. Talents can be groomed, processes can be taught, but mastering the art of business requires something more innate.
I started working part-time with Hing when I was 16. At that age, when my friends would go out and enjoy life after exam. While working there, I learned many hands-on things regarding the business. Those days, I end up doing work in all various departments in Hing where help are needed. There isn't any coaching, so I have to learn fast. This experience did a lot to shape me.
Entrepreneurs take risks. That is a fact. They do so understanding that it's the only option if they want to create a legacy. For Ms. Lim, taking risks were necessary if she wanted to advance the business.
My dad is a very conservative businessman. I can understand that he put in a lot of effort to build up the business. He definitely wouldn't want to take unnecessary risks. For myself, having a more positive outlook and personality, I tend to look at things differently. And I believe that having an admin cum IT education does help me to look into the business in a different angle. I've made quite a fair bit of changes to improve and transform the business. I managed to get Hing to embark on the quality excellence journey and get it ISO certified to improve the business. With the certification, it helped us to document all the process and workflow in the company. We adopt new technology to improve the way we work. And this has cut down many manual tasks and automate a lot of administrative function. We have moved into people's development and engagement as part of our company growth. We have carried out staff satisfaction survey, suggestion scheme to find out how our staff feel about the company as well as how we can improve better. We have also sent our staff for training to upgrade their skill and improve productivity.
Expanding quickly, Hing's revenue grew tenfold. But an entrepreneur's journey is never a smooth one. The success brought with it new challenges and problems.
This industry moves according to the global economy. When global finance storm hit us, if we are not careful, it can literally destroy the entire company. Financial prudence is important to us. It helps us to ride out global crisis, and we make sure that we have healthy cash reserves to ride out any financial storms. In good times, with the money itself, we also spread our risk by investing in other financial products.
Being female in a male-dominated industry brings its own set of issues, none of which deterred Ms. Lim or the success that has followed.
When life gives you a lemon, you make lemonade with it. The recycling industry is a male-dominated one, so me as a female do actually face lots of challenge. Example, I could not do certain entertainment with client. However, I actually think various ways to engage with the client and entertain them. So many of us has become good friends today. Down the pipeline, we have planned to set up another plant in the east side of Singapore. We hope that government and environmental agency could promote this message to the public, recycle to save the environment. We hope that we could create more awareness in Singapore, especially to the young. With this support, I believe that more recycling material will not end up in the landfill and would save the environment.
A critical part of the Entrepreneur of the Year award journey is the final judging day, where the fates of the EYA established entrepreneur overall winner and subcategory winners are determined before a panel of judges. Taking their place before the judging panel, the established entrepreneurs were put through a rigorous examination, answering questions that cover all aspects of their businesses.
I think generally the level of energy is fantastic. As always, you look at the short list, they're always very good with ideas, strong performances, and I think you can see the leadership most of these entrepreneurs display. The balance this year is quite good, in the sense that you're not just looking for strong financial performance, but also you're looking for innovativeness, inventiveness, to lead the market. But we hope that through the questions and how we probe them in terms of ideas and differentiation, sometimes it brings out them that we can see, wow, this is really an entrepreneur, because this is what he believes in, this is what he's passionate about, and that makes judging really meaningful.
ASME, the Rotary Club of Singapore, and OCBC, we share a common goal of supporting SMEs. Through this sponsorship, it reaffirms our commitment in encouraging entrepreneurship in Singapore. The top entrepreneur shows courage. Courage to take on opportunities despite the risks. Courage to take on change direction when things are not moving well. And courage to make big decisions of even diluting their shares in order to grow the company.
It's good to see that year after year, the emphasis is growing. The awareness of the importance of Infocom is growing, given the tough economic conditions and the labour situation. However, I'd like to actually see them put even more emphasis on it. When we speak to the entrepreneurs, we realize that many of them still rely on the good old-fashioned
people power to do a lot of the back-end processes. And those are things that we feel can be optimized if they put more emphasis on Infocom and on IT.
When we return, our next entrepreneur shows us that impossible dreams do come true. See you after the break. Welcome back to The Entrepreneur 2013. I'm your host, Ottilie Edwards. In the last segment of today's episode, we'll be sharing the story of Mr. Soon Lai Fong, a construction worker who defied all odds to build his own construction company. But first, a quick peek at the awards that are up for grabs. The annual Entrepreneur of the Year award rewards top entrepreneurs who have excelled in their respective categories. The Established Entrepreneur Overall Winner award is handed to the top entrepreneur, one who has surpassed his or her peers in all aspects of the judging criteria. The award design represents the entrepreneur's strong and steady growth, serving as the industry standard and the nation's economic backbone. There are also 7 subcategory awards which are presented to the entrepreneurs that have excelled in the various aspects of judging. They are the EYA for Enterprise, the EYA for Innovation, the EYA for Info Communications Technology, the EYA for Service Excellence, the EYA for Branding and Communications, the EYA for Social Contribution, and the EYA for Next Gen. Since its creation in 1715, the House of Martel has been synonymous with the spirit of entrepreneurship. The oldest of the cognac houses, Martel was built on the passion and vision of its founder, Jean Martel. While constantly innovating to achieve excellence as a cognac of choice for international connoisseurs, Martel continues to stay true to its heritage.
Singapore is one of the easiest places in the world to start a business. However, sustaining that business over a long term very much depends on an entrepreneur's ability to innovate and remain relevant in the marketplace. All the top entrepreneurs participating in this award have demonstrated these traits. Their endeavors echo the spirit of entrepreneurship that has been shown by House of Martel over so many years.
Dreams drive motivations. They also set the bar for progress. While many often fall short, every once in a while there are individuals who hit the heights and turn them into reality.
我出生在中国福建惠安漳板一塘村的一个普通的农民家庭里，当时家里很贫穷，为了生活，我留下4个家庭成员，自己一个人，在1981年到新加坡当建筑劳工。我从11岁当建筑学徒，又在新加坡当了将近10年的建筑工人。我当时就认为我不可能一辈子这样当工人吧。
In a fiercely competitive industry, every move is fraught with risks, and one wrong move can spell the end.
在创业初期，我从储蓄保险里面兑现4000元的基金，组建一间承包公司，从小做起。我向朋友借了几个泰国籍的外籍劳工，承包建筑级的、主屋的、尾巴的、钢筋的工作。 我们从小做起，然后一步一步的脚踏实地的走到今天。在创业初期，因为我刚刚出来，本钱根本都没有了，所以我们的收入只有总包商给我们钱了，我们才可以支付工人的薪水。所以曾经有总包商没有给我的承包费用，所以我追他给我的承包费用来支付工人薪水，当时被打到头破血流。 再加上由于我在国内只读到小学3年级，英文就是一字都不懂，所以这就是我创业面对的最大的挑战。
Not many people get a second chance, and not many possess the perseverance of Mr. Soon. As the business picked up, he began to work even harder. Early starts and late nights became a norm.
在2008年，我们公司承接到一宗最大的一个项目。 就是在女王镇建造5座30层楼高的 HDB 的主屋，当时我压力相当大。我们承接到这么大的一个项目，当时资金不甚雄厚， 技术经验又是第一次，所以面对很大的挑战。我把所有的时间跟精力都放在这个工程，直到它完工为止。我们顺利的完成了李王进这个工程以后，获得了建设局颁发的 A1 级的建筑公司的等级，提升到最高的级别的建筑公司，也成功的标到了8亿多的建筑级的项目，这就是我们上完最大的转折点。
As a growth multiplier, it's impossible to ignore the impact of technology on a business. In that respect, Mr. Soon was an early adopter, commissioning the design of a software system tailored specifically to the company's needs.
我到中国下面去请一个软件的开发师，按照我的意思去编写这么的一个管理软件，然后我们公司又自己制定出一套管理系统，提高工作效率，降低建筑成本，就是我们3完成功的因素。
Clearly, this is a man who knows what he wants and what he needs to do in order to fulfill his dreams.
在面对艰难的挑战时，应该像齿轮的功能一样，设定好目标，有进无退。小小的齿轮也能所推动巨大的齿轮。在新加坡这个竞争激烈的建筑行业，就算逆水在行走，不进就是退。只有不断的努力，不断的提升自己，才不会被淘汰。迈向成功之路，不是你曾经跌倒多少次，关键是你最后一次有没有爬起来。如果你不爬起来，你就永远都不会成功。选择不放弃，你就有机会成功。
I hope these 3 success stories have inspired you. Next week, we'll be featuring the final 2 established entrepreneurs as well as the 3 young entrepreneurs. The overall winners for both awards will also be revealed in a final episode of The Entrepreneur 2013. I'm Otelli Edwards. Till next week, goodbye.